Regarding the reservation, we would actually like to cancel now.
That's really impossible of you.
You're canceling? But why?
We're very sorry about this. It seems that we double booked. He made another reservation elsewhere. That's why we have no choice but to cancel here.
This can't be happening!
Trouble Busters!
My name is Melanie, and I work for a fairly large company. There are many employees working at the company, and so there are many different types of people. I'm shy, so I get pretty nervous when I interact with my colleagues. I'm actually having a hard time getting along with my boss, Alan, as we have very different personalities.
Hey you, shy girl.
Me?
Yes, you. Who else would it be?
I have a name, and it's Melanie. So I'd like for you to call me by my name instead of a nickname.
I prefer calling you by a nickname. Maybe I'll update it to Shrek. Why is the lighting in this section dark?
I think it's the same as the other sections.
It's not. Can you go change the light bulbs?
I don't think that's in my job description.
Actually, it looks like the lighting is fine now, so never mind. I think it was just your aura that was making the space gloomy.
I wish that he wouldn't come over just to say mean things to me. So, as you can see, my boss Alan is a jerk. And because I was shy, he would always make fun of me. One day, we were planning a company dinner among colleagues. One of our projects had gone well, so we were going to go out to dinner and celebrate. Because there were many employees, the dinner would consist of around 100 people. Who should we ask to plan the company dinner? If we don't have any volunteers, I'd be happy to do it.
Don't worry about it. Let me take care of it. I already have a few restaurants in mind that'd be perfect for the company dinner.
Okay, thanks for taking care of it. Alan volunteered to plan the company dinner. I didn't expect that he'd be needing my help. It seemed that he had already made a reservation at a restaurant. The restaurant happened to be a restaurant owned by my friend, Aaron. Aaron and I are old friends, so I'd go eat at his restaurant from time to time. I agreed that Aaron's restaurant would be the perfect place to host the company dinner. Since Alan had taken care of the dinner reservations, all I had to do was attend the dinner. Hi, Aaron. How are you? I look forward to eating here on the day of our company dinner.
Hi, Melanie. Nice to see you.
The reservation to house 100 people is the dinner I'm talking about.
Oh, I see. I look forward to serving you and your colleagues. I'll make it extra special.
Thank you. The day of the company dinner arrived.
Everyone, off we go to the dinner. Follow me. There's no need for you to follow me, Shrek.
I couldn't believe that he was teasing me at a fun company gathering. I then realized that we were heading in the opposite direction as Aaron's restaurant. Alan, I think that we're walking in the wrong direction.
I changed our reservation to a more reasonable place. Now that I come to think of it, I still need to cancel our reservation at the other place.
You mean, you haven't canceled yet?
I haven't had the time to do it. Shut up! I'm in charge of the dinner, remember?
You need to call the restaurant right away.
Do I have to? If you think I should, I guess I'll give them a call then. Everyone happy now?
I think it's too late to cancel on them at the last minute. I'm sure that they prepared the food already. You should go apologize in person rather than just calling.
No way! I don't want to be late for our dinner.
Alan, that's really irresponsible of you. Have you thought about the damages that you will cause to the restaurant that we canceled? You need to apologize in person for what you did to them.
I really don't want to, but you two are giving me such a hard time about this, so I'll go apologize.
Alan was more responsive to my colleague Helen, who was very pretty. We'll be heading over to the dinner so that we won't be late. I expect you to apologize sincerely. Melanie, let's go. I'm going to go apologize with Alan. That's very nice of you, Melanie. See you two later then.
I wish it would have been Helen that accompanied me and not the shy girl with the dorky glasses. How about you go apologize by yourself?
Don't try to get out of this. This is your responsibility.
Oh, okay, fine.
We headed to Aaron's restaurant together. Alan was clearly in a bad mood. I hated Alan even more after seeing him act the way that he did today.
Welcome! You must be the party that reserved the entire restaurant.
We are very sorry to have to tell you this, but
Regarding the reservation, we would actually like to cancel now.
that's really impossible of you.
You're canceling? But why?
We're very sorry about this. It seems that we double booked. He made another reservation elsewhere. That's why we have no choice but to cancel here.
This can't be happening. But we already prepared a dinner for 100 people. This might as well be the worst day of my life.
We're so sorry.
Look, we came over here to tell you that we're canceling, so you can't be mad about that. Let's get going, shy girl. Wait! I'm going to have to ask you to pay us a fee if you're canceling at the last minute. You're going to waste the food that we prepared. And since you reserved the entire restaurant, we can't have any other customers tonight. You never said anything about paying a cancellation fee when I called to make the reservation.
It's the right thing to do. How did this never occur to you? Alan refused to pay the cancellation fee. He then began to roll up his sleeves.
What are you doing? Are you going to punch me or something? I'm not going to fight back with violence.
Aaron's such a kind person.
Look at my tattoo.
Wow, a tattoo. Are you associated with the mafia?
I used to work for them. Do you want me to call the people that I used to work with? You're an ex-mafia member?
I had no idea.
Now that you know, you shouldn't be asking me to pay the cancellation fee. You shouldn't mess with an ex-mafia member.
Not only was Alan being a nuisance to Aaron, he was now trying to bully him into not asking for the cancellation fee. I was usually shy, but I couldn't not do anything about this injustice. I won't forgive Alan. Trouble busters. Aaron, I think we have no choice but to call him.
Yes, I think we have no choice but to do so. What are you two whispering about? If you're going to call your old work friends, I'm going to ask someone to come over here as well. What are you talking about?
Alan had no idea what he was in for. He'll just have to wait and see. After some time, a man wearing a black striped suit came into the restaurant. At a glance, he looked like an ordinary customer. But when you got a closer look at him, you could see that he had dangerous eyes, and he had a scar on one of his cheeks. The name of this man is Sean, and he is a mafia member. Sean and Aaron are childhood friends, and I knew Sean through Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. Thanks for getting here so quickly. So, you tell me that this man is an ex-mafia member. Who are you? If you used to work for the mafia, you should know who I am. I'm for real. I'm quite famous in the mafia world. You're a real mafia member?
Alan seemed nervous now. Sean was calm, which made him even scarier.
So, Aaron tells me that you made a reservation for 100, and didn't even have the decency to cancel when you had no intention of showing up. And you're not even willing to pay the cancellation fee. I thought that an ex-mafia member would have more decency. You're not real, are you? This is a joke, right?
Alan's legs were shaking in fear. This would be a good time to apologize.
I'm asking you if you think that you are being decent. You need to apologize to Aaron for what you've done to him. It makes sense for you to pay for all the costs that Aaron covered in order to prepare this dinner.
Sean yelled at Alan, and Alan became speechless.
If you're not going to apologize, I'll find the right punishment for you.
Then some scary-looking men entered the restaurant.
If you used to work for the mafia, you shouldn't be playing these miserly tricks. Don't go disturbing ordinary people.
The two men berated Alan. Alan began to cry.
Please, don't hurt me. Melanie, do something.
Alan reached out to me for help. I'm sorry. I can't help you if you're not willing to pay the restaurant the cancellation fees.
The cancellation fees aren't going to cover it all. You need to pay for all the food that is going to go to waste.
Alan couldn't push back anymore, with several frightening men surrounding him.
Please, forgive me. I'll pay whatever I need to. Aaron, what do you think? Well, I spent a lot of time and money preparing for this dinner, so if you're going to pay me back, I can forgive you. Yes, I'll pay you back. Let's get that in writing. You'd better not break your promise. So, Aaron, you prepared food for 100 people, right? We'll make sure that this food doesn't go to waste. Aw, thanks so much. That means a lot to me.
Oh, that's why you brought everyone here. I thought that you all came to beat Alan up.
We won't do something like that to someone that's not mafia related. So you say your name is Alan? Yes, it is. You made a huge mistake by not eating here. The food here is amazing. You should taste the food before you leave. Okay. Melanie, we're going to need a minute or two with Alan.
All right.
How dare you leave me alone with these people, you ugly bitch! You shouldn't talk like that about Melanie! I'm sorry.
I'll leave you two then. I left Alan, who was in a daze with the mafia, and headed for the company dinner. I was so late that the company dinner could have been over by now. I'm sorry for being so late. I was starting to worry that you wouldn't make it. Where is Alan, by the way? He got a headache and went home. He was supposed to head up this dinner. Oh well. The company dinner went on without Alan, and I had a great time. Because Alan wasn't there to say mean things to me. The following day, I went to Aaron's restaurant again to apologize once more and see how he was. I'm really sorry for all the trouble that we caused you yesterday.
That's okay. Alan paid me back everything that he owed me.
What happened to Alan after I left last night?
He ate the food that I had prepared, surrounded by the many mafia members that visited the restaurant yesterday. I'm glad that the food didn't go to waste.
That's not something that everyone gets to experience. A night out with the mafia. It must have been an interesting night.
I also found out that Alan has a bad habit of reserving restaurants and not showing up if he doesn't feel like it.
That's horrible.
The mafia questioned him, and he confessed about his bad behavior.
So this wasn't the first time that Alan did something like this. Many restaurants in the neighborhood fell prey to Alan's evil pranks. Sean was livid when he found this out, and demanded that Alan pay back for all the damages he had caused to all of the restaurants.
You'd better make up for all the damage that you caused up until today. I'll introduce you to a job so you can earn all the money that you need to pay everyone back.
Alan was taken somewhere to work in a mysterious place. Also, the story that Alan had concocted was a lie. His tattoo was something that he had gotten when he was a student. Anyway, I hadn't believed his story to begin with. A few days later, Alan submitted his resignation to our company.
I'm going off to do some work to repay the people that I have wronged in the past.
I suppose Alan is continuing to work at the new place that Sean introduced him to. I never found out what kind of job it was, though. The workplace without Alan was a great place to be. I often visit Aaron's restaurant with my colleague Helen. Aaron got the money that he needed from Alan, and Alan must still be in so much debt considering all the restaurants that he had caused trouble to. He must have been so scared that night when he had to have dinner with tons of people from the mafia. Trouble Busters.